Would you please come with me to see the letter P? Alright, so the words we use for the letter P in this, what I would say we use, because I'm part of we, but the words that I use to explain these best are potential, because a product comes from what the potential is, but we haven't been in the R yet, so since we haven't moved on to letters after this in the alphabet sequence, I don't want to use too many words that have many letters after them. Even though we have T, potential is something that everybody has potential. You can't just say po, and it's hard not to use other letters behind it, but I don't really have to name anything with T just yet, because T is part of the same family. We're getting into all that kind of stuff too soon, and I don't know how to speak about this without saying things. We're in time trying to explain something out of time that is being read from left to right and up to down. Now, that's boggling as it is, so bear with me. All right, the words I use are potential, because what you put in the pot, like put is a unit, P is a thing, or what has came of a product, the potential something has. The P is a person. So we use potential because that's what you have. When you have output, say O-U-T, P-U-T, because O-U leads to a product. From your output and your potential, you get a product. So see how we just moved from O-P and then you have P-R. So you're moving right down the line. And we get to that once we get done with this alphabet. Next one is place. And when I use place, that's also placed as in where you've been put, where you are in space and time, and the placement of something. It can also be pleasant, because pleasant is the place you are right now is peace. So it's pleasant, but it's pleasant, and it's peaceful. So then the other word I use is pie, which is piece of whatever it could be. Everybody wants their piece of the pie. We also consider our physical or our, psychological identity as pie. We have psychiatrists and stuff like that talk about the PHYS kind of phi, physical, but that's because P and F are related letters. A P is the 16th letter, and F is the 6th letter. Now, the 1 and the 0 are power letters, like the matrix is ones and zeros, the I's and O's, the X's and O's, the dots and slashes. That's basically the same thing as the matrix, and I'm not going to get too into the matrix stuff because I'm not trying to get woo-woo on people, but this is more than woo-woo. It's true. So, back to what I was saying, pi, because not only the symbol pi, but because it's the piece of what you are. It's your personal identity, your physical identity, or your photo instance. It's for instance of this piece of initial time right now. PI is what it is. It's put into PI, a public identity, a persona incorporated. When people initiate, it's pi. It's what's happening. But at the same time, we use that in other places too. Past, present, future. Right there you have P for past, PR for present, and PH for F for future. But photo and finish give you a weird example of why things like that happen, but that's because it's the 16th letter plus an 8, and H is an 8. So we have D, which is the 4th letter. We have H, which is the 8th letter, L, which is 12, and P, which is 16. And this family, most people haven't ever really noticed. They may have said, oh, these look similar in shape, but they didn't know why. Because they're numbers. They're all in course, and they're all perfectly placed where they are. And it works out with every human being, everything you've ever seen throughout your life, and everything you will ever see, as long as you keep reading the books you read and listening to the things that people say to you and believing them. That's as simple as it is. You can do anything you want to do if you write it down and believe it. It's that weird. But everything you've ever read or known is words, is it not? Close your eyes and think of something that isn't a word that you can't explain to yourself. Now start doing that more often, and it's called meditation. Next thing you know, bam, you're a whole new person. Because you realize that you were never all those things that other people said. Your parents weren't right, the public wasn't right, and that's okay. It's all part of this wonderful thing. And now you find your power. So we'll move on to the next letter. Love you guys. Since I'm tasked with this from the beyond, from what we truly are, not just our bodies, not just our souls and spirits, these words that we use. This is the power of the word. We have been so brought up believing one thing about the letters and words we speak that we haven't realized that it controls everything we've ever done. It's magic. It's definitely complete magic. And once you truly see it, everything will be better from the power of the letter.